Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this particular video and this particular YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about Kendrick McLellan. He was only 26 years old. He was from Baltimore. He was reported missing October the 9th, 2024. His body was discovered 3 days later inside of his car, parked behind an office building in Columbia, Maryland. Investigators believe McLellan knew his alleged killers because he had picked them up from a residence in Ellicott City before driving to the location where they would later shoot and kill him. Both Parker and Hale have been charged with first-degree murder and are being tried as adults. Prosecutors allege that the two teens planned an armed robbery that led to McLellan's death. Evidence presented includes DNA, fingerprints, gunshot residue, cell phone data, surveillance footage, GPS tracking from Parker's own ankle monitor, which he was wearing prior to this incident. Let's run this clip.
We're learning the two teenagers charged with killing a man in Columbia last fall will be tried together. Shortly after the teens were arrested, police say one of them was on an ankle monitor at the time of the shooting. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Keith Daniels and the details of that Howard County murder.
Well, a Howard County police officer had just graduated from the police academy and was on routine patrol when he discovered the victim's body inside that parked car. Days later, the suspects arrested, and tonight, the judge is ruling on their trial. New developments in the case of the teens accused in the shooting death of Kendrick McLellan. Fox 45 News has confirmed the two teen murder suspects will be tried together. The judge's ruling handed down Thursday in Ellicott City from the Circuit Court for Howard County. The accused, 18-year-old Tracee Parker, who was 17 at the time of the killing, and 14-year-old Elijah Hale were arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Both of them charged as adults. Late last month, a judge denied Hale's request to transfer his case from adult to juvenile court. The case moving forward after the shooting death that happened in October 2024. Police believe McLellan, a 26-year-old Baltimore man, was shot October 9th at about 5 p.m. in the same place where his body was found 3 days later, inside a car parked behind an office building in Columbia. Later, at a news conference, police with details about how they tracked down the suspects.
In the course of the investigation, detectives reviewed many additional hours of surveillance video from the area and used a variety of other investigative techniques to identify these suspects.
Investigators say the victim knew his alleged young killers.
We believe that the victim picked up both suspects from a residence in Ellicott City and drove to that location in Columbia where he was shot. We believe that the victim and 17-year-old suspect knew each other, but the nature of their relationship and the motive for the shooting remain unknown.
Police arrested Parker at Howard High School, where he was a student. Investigators say he was wearing an ankle monitor under the supervision of the Maryland Department of Juvenile Services for a previous incident in Anne Arundel County, and was found with a loaded gun in his backpack.
It was a privately made firearm, or a ghost gun, if you will. It was manipulated to be fully automatic, and it had an extended magazine.
At the time, the victim's mother,
when he didn't respond, it just felt like, something's wrong.
who wants to remain anonymous out of safety concerns, told Fox 45 News by phone that she's relieved both suspects are charged as adults.
They get put on a monitor. That's a slap on the wrist and a second chance, but these kids don't want a second chance. The parents ain't doing nothing. They not being concerned about it. Like, if they doing a crime, they need to do the time.
Prosecutors have said in court that they believe that the two teen suspects had planned an armed robbery and the killing.
Defendants in this case are 18-year-old Tracee Parker and 14-year-old Elijah Hale. Late last month, a judge denied Hale's request to move his case out of adult court and down to the juvenile court system. Setting up today's arguments, the state wants the two trials merged, and the two defense teams do not. 6.5 months after Kendrick McLellan was found dead in his car in a parking lot of a Columbia office building, the two teens charged in the case were told they will be tried together. In Howard County Circuit Court today, a judge heard arguments on the state's motion to join the two trials, saying it'll save time, money, resources, and agony for the victim's family set to testify for the state. These two trials are identical, Assistant State's Attorney Scott Hammond told the judge, literally from start to finish, from witness 1 to witness 25. He said the same evidence will be used against 14-year-old Elijah Hale and 18-year-old Tracee Parker, including DNA, fingerprints, gunshot residue, cell phone data and records, multiple surveillance camera angles, the body-worn camera footage from more than 100 police officers, as well as Parker's GPS tracking from his Department of Juvenile Services ankle monitor. Prosecutors say put together, it proves that after the victim parked on October 9th at an apartment complex in Ellicott City, Hale got in the front passenger seat, Parker got in the back behind the driver, McLellan was killed with 3 shots to the head, and then Hale pushed his body over and drove the car from the front passenger seat for a mile to that parking lot in Columbia where the victim was found October 12th. The defense opposed the motion. Hale's attorney said his client will not get a fair trial and said the co-defendants have defenses that are hostile to each other. Late this afternoon, the judge ruled that the two co-defendants' cases will be merged into one trial. And on their way out of the courthouse, Kendrick McLellan's family told me they are relieved that they will only have to attend and testify at one trial. They also said McLellan leaves behind a 6-year-old daughter who really misses her dad.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.